First at 6, over 650 delegates from 33 countries and 120 organizations have arrived in Cuba. It's part of a caravan called Our America Convoy to Cuba, carrying around 20 tons of humanitarian aid. Organizers say this mission is personal.
He has to stop trying to be the king of the United States, the king of Cuba, the king of Venezuela, the king of the Middle East. He is not a king.
Good evening, I'm Chelsea Jones. This aid is arriving in Cuba as people living in South Florida protest to be able to safely return to the island nation. CBS News Miami's Nakaya Carrero is your reporter live in Miami Beach at Loomis Park. And Nakaya, some organizations are actually taking aim at other groups who have been given access to the island.
That's right, Chelsea. It was just yesterday we saw a group leave from Miami International Airport to take in items to the country as citizens are facing dire conditions. Well, this group of Cuban Americans are asking, why are only certain organizations allowed to go into the country to take aid? Movimiento Democracia here in Miami gathered at Loomis Park, demanding the right to return and help the people on the island. But at the same time, they are condemning groups like the one that departed from MIA yesterday. Protesters claim those groups going into the country are actually enabling the regime. Cuban Americans who spoke at today's event say Cuban Americans who fled the regime know what people still living on the island really need.
We know what we need to solve. We need to solve the sovereignty of the people, the rights of the people, medicine, food, the rights to self-determination. That is what the Cuban people are demanding, and I've been demanding since I was 4.5 years old.
Why is it that us, the Cubans who live in exile, who have helped the Cuban people and have been the first source of humanitarian aid through these almost 70 years, cannot go into Cuba to directly give the aid to the Cuban people? We are citizens of that country, and we have that natural rights.
Tonight at 11 right here on CBS News Miami, hear directly from the group that left from Miami International Airport yesterday about what conditions and what their experience has been like since they landed in the country. Reporting live from Miami, Nakaya Carrero, CBS News Miami.
Nakaya, thank you, and stay with us here at CBS News Miami for every development coming out of Cuba. For the latest information, you can check out our Cuba in Crisis section on the front page of CBSMiami.com.